Let's Judges chapter 11. When you get it, yes, that you stand. Into this word. Judges chapter 11. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read 1 through 11, and then we're going to skip down to 30 to 40. And it reads, now Jephthah, the Gileadite, was a mighty man of valor, and he was the son of a harlot, and Gilead begat Jephthah. And Gilead's wife bare him sons, and his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out Jephthah, and said unto him, Thou shalt not inherit in our father's house, that thou art the son of a strange woman. Then Jephthah fled from his brethren and dwelt in the land of Tob. And there were gathered vain men from Jephthah, and went out with him. And it came to pass in the process of time that the children of Ammon made war against Israel. And it was so that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob. And they said unto him, Jephthah, come and be our captain, that we may fight with the children of Ammon. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, Did not ye hate me, and expel me out of my father's house? And why are you come unto me now, when you are in distress? And the elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, Therefore we turn again to thee now, that thou mayest go with us and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over the inhabitants of Gilead. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, If ye bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon, and the Lord deliver them before me, shall I be your head? And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, The Lord be witness between us. If we do not so according to thy words, then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head captain over them. And Jephthah uttered all his words before the Lord of Mizpah. We are in verse 30 now. It said, Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands, then it shall be that whatever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely the Lord's be the Lord's, and I will offer it up a burnt sacrifice. So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands, and he smote them from Ara even till thou come to Minnith, even 20 cities and the plain of the vineyards with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with the timbrels and the dancing, and she was his only child. Besides her, he had neither son nor daughter. And it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes, and he said, At last, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me thou according to which thou hast proceeded out of thy mouth. For as much as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee and thy enemies, even of the children of Ammon. And she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and out upon mountains and bewail my virginity, I and my fellows. And he said, Go, and he sent her away for 2 months. And she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon mountains. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed. And she knew no man. And it came to a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah and Gileonite 4 days in a year. You may be seated. Lord God, we thank you for your word, Lord God. We ask that you show up in a mighty way. We ask that you reveal yourself, show yourself, Lord God, that your power be manifested in word, in deed, Lord God. Prick our hearts. Show us exactly what thus said the Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. The title of this sermon is Let Them Go. Let them go. Let them go. And according to the Bible, it says Jephthah was a Gileonite. He was a mighty man of valor. But he was the son of a harlot. He was the son of a harlot. Gilead's wife bore sons, and when his wife grew up, they drove Jephthah out. They drove him out of the town and said to him, you should have no inheritance in our father's house, for you are the son of another woman. Just for reference, I want you to know that Jephthah was the oldest son, but he was the son of a harlot. But he had brothers who had the same father but different mother. Let me say it again. Jephthah, he was the oldest child. We know in the Jewish days, the oldest child received everything. The blessing came to the oldest child. He was the oldest child, but his mother was a prostitute, and he had some brothers, and they had a different mother, but the same daddy, and because they was embarrassed about him, and they drove him out of town. They drove him out of town. They drove him out of town. So then, it says, then Jephthah, he fled from his brother and dwelt in the land of Tob. Now, right at the beginning of this verse, it refers to Jephthah as a mighty warrior. But up until this time, he had never been in a fight. But the Bible referred to him as a mighty warrior before he even got in a fight. My question to you is, could they have been referring to the inside battles that he was fighting? Could he have been a warrior because of the things he had to fight because of who he was? Yeah. Could he have been a mighty warrior not because he was fighting on the outside, but because of the ridicule, the things he had to suffer, the way that people talked about him? Could he have been a mighty warrior because he still knew that he was somebody despite they were saying he was nobody? Could the Bible been talking about that? Could he have been a mighty warrior because of them inside, them personal battles? When you sometimes you don't even feel like you're nothing yourself. Sometimes you feel like you don't deserve or you shouldn't have, or I don't even know why he with me. I don't know why she would. Could he have been a mighty warrior just because of he overcoming the stuff, the low self-esteem, problem? The Bible refers to him as a brave and notable man in Israel, but he had a clouded pedigree. He didn't come from a line of preachers and his father was preaching. He came from the line of a harlot. By the way, at this point, I'm going to add that Boaz, y'all know who Boaz is, right? Boaz's mom was Rahab, who was a harlot, right? Mm-hmm. So a harlot can produce some good things when Christ is involved, because Rahab's son was Boaz, right? And then Boaz begot Obadiah, and Obadiah begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David, and Jesus is the root of God Almighty. So just the fact that she was a harlot, it really don't mean much. It really don't mean much. When you add your failures and your flaws, but when you add plus Jesus, it can change around. It can change around. So his mother was a harlot. She was a common heathen. She was a prostitute. The greatest factor in our lives that shape us is our past. Huh? Your surroundings, where you come from. Say you're a product of your environment. You learn by what you see. Everybody else was doing it, so I just started doing. Mama didn't know it. She didn't teach me nothing, so I just did. So the greatest thing that shape us to who we are today is our past. Now, that's what shape us. But if you hold on to your past too tight, you will never possess what God has for you in your future. Just because it shaped you and it had a part in the beginning, it doesn't determine where you're going. So our past doesn't determine our future. But let's talk about Jeff. Let's talk about his past. Let's look at, he had a clouded pedigree. The first thing we realize is that his brothers kicked him out. These are his brothers. They're your brothers. No, it don't matter if we got the same mama saying that. It don't matter. I ain't never say step in my then you my brother, you my brother. So he had to deal with the process that his brothers are embarrassed of him. His brothers don't want him around. They know he's the oldest, so they trying to get rid of him because the blessing coming to him. But they too ashamed of him because some theologians say that that the woman that he had might have been a different color because she served a different God. She came from a different tribe, so he might just didn't look like them. So he had to fight the battle of his own brothers not even wanting him around, embarrassed because of him. The second thing was he was a painful reminder of his father's failure. If he had to sit at the table, every time his father's now wife look at him, she got to be reminded that he came from another woman, a hoe anyway. So he was a painful reminder of his father's failures. Every time they looked at you, imagine at the table, every time they look over, they remember, they know it was another woman involved. So they began to look at him kind of funny. He had to fight that battle of being different. Amongst his brother, everybody got the same mother and daddy besides him. He got the same daddy, but everybody looking at him funny. Now he may look a little different. I don't know. He might have been light. He might have been dark. I don't know. But he just wasn't the same as them. So that's number three. We know that he didn't look quite like. He ain't had the same mother and father, so he didn't look exactly like. So he had to deal with that too. And what people say. What people say, yeah, but that ain't her baby. That's he belonged to that baby. That's it. Yeah, he had it by her. So he had to fight that battle. He had to fight the battle that my mama a prostitute. He had to fight the battle that my mama. A lot of men been with my mama. I had to fight that battle. The fourth battle that he had to fight was that he was the oldest. But they didn't want him representing the family because he was different. He was different. He was different. He was a difference in appearance. He was different because he had a different mom. But he the oldest and he entitled to the inheritance. He entitled to what God gave him. But because he didn't come from the same mama, they want to get rid of him. Black folks say it like this. What happened in this house, stay in this house. So you got uncles got baby by aunts and nieces and that's somebody else's child to think somebody else their daddy, but nobody want to talk about it. Nobody want to talk about it. So, but he was the oldest, but they didn't even want him to represent them because he was different. He was different. The problem with this is this. None of this was his fault. All this, now he had no control over his daddy sleeping with his mama. He had no control over what his brother's like. He didn't do none of this. None of this. All this was bestowed upon him. He didn't do nothing. He's just an innocent child. He got battles that just was bestowed upon him from fathers and fathers' fathers. They just gave him this stuff. He done nothing to deserve this. He done nothing to get this. He didn't bring it on himself. It just was bestowed upon him, passed down from his father, and his father tricking and doing what he was doing. And now he got to suffer all this stuff, and he done nothing. Sometimes people will treat you wrong just because of the people you connected with. Just because of the connections you have. Just because you connected. It ain't the fact that they don't like you, but because you with somebody, such and such, they don't like you. Or because it ain't that they don't even really know you, but because you look like your daddy, I don't trust him. Yeah. So sometimes we got to fight battles that we ain't do nothing about, but just because we know somebody, we connect, he hung around here. So they automatically put some stuff on us and they don't even know it. This is the good news, though. The good news is that people cannot stop what God has for you. Because what God has for you, it's for you. Oh, it's for you. It's for you. No, despite what they do, they can plan, they can plot, they can scheme, they can throw you out, whatever. But at the end, it's all going to work for the good. 3 says. It says, this is the Amplified version. This is what it said in the Amplified. It says, he was around worthless men. The place that his brother sent him to break him actually blessed him. Now, the verse 3 said he was around worthless men. Now, the idea is that if you put me around worthless men, sooner or later, I'm going to be worthless. Why? Because I'm going to take on their mindset. But if you take me around greater people, I'm going to begin to think great. I'm going to begin to think business. But if you take me around with somebody that's not, why do you think they got the prison system around? Come on, you put them all together and then they make everybody bad. One rotten apple spoiled a whole bunch. So what they said is that we're going to take him around the worthless men, send him to the worthless men, and make sure he ain't nothing. Because his mindset will be different. But what they didn't realize, the word told, the word T-O-B, the word church, the place that he went to break him, it actually blessed him, but that word actually means good. So they sent him to a place of good for something bad to happen. That's their idea. They thought they was sending them somewhere else so for something to happen. So we ain't got to worry about him getting their harness. Maybe he'll die. They'll kill him. They rob him. He'll, we ain't got to worry about him. So we going to break him. Oh, we talked about this earlier, didn't we? So when God Almighty, they sent him to a place to break him, but it blessed him. God is bad. I didn't even know that. Yeah, so it blessed them, right? It blessed them. And the word told means good. So they sent him to the land of good for something bad to happen. So it said it came to pass after a time that the people of Ammon made war against Israel. So what happened is, while he gone away here in a new land, they didn't wrote him off, he by himself, but war coming upon them, right? Something about to happen. The tribe of Israel about to get Ammon, they about to go to war. So in the process of them going to war, it says that they went back to ask him to be their captain, to lead them in war.
Come fight for us.
Come fight for us. Come lead us, right? Now check this out. It's funny how, people will throw you away, but when they need you, they come. When you can benefit them, then they want you. They cast you out. You ain't nothing. You don't belong. You less than. But as soon as they need you,
come help us.
They come help us. As a matter of fact, and told Jephthah was doing good. And it seemed like every time I begin to do good, my past started to come back up anyway. Huh? As soon as you started, they sent you to be messed up. You might have went to the crazy house. You might have went to the penitentiary. You went to all these places. They sent you that place. But then you begin to change and things begin to turn around and you begin to do good and then your past come back up on you. So when they come up on him for to lead him in the fight, he said, this is what Jephthah said. He says, why have you come to me in your time of distress? Didn't y'all hate me? he said, didn't you hate me? He said, didn't y'all hate me? What y'all coming there for? Ain't nobody visit me. Ain't nobody come see how I was doing. But as soon as y'all get in trouble, y'all want me to fight, huh? Y'all want me to bring y'all out. Y'all want me to bail y'all out. Y'all want me to bail y'all out. Now, the thing about this is that Jephthah was still yearning for the acceptance of his brother. Right? He still desired to be with his brother. That was his brothers. He wanted acceptance. He wanted them to look at him in a different way. He wanted them to accept him. He wanted validation. He still yearned. So even though they threw him away, they cast him out, they were hoping something happened to him. Now they come back and need him. There was something inside of him that still felt like he needed them. He still wanted to be part of them. He wanted to be in. He wanted to accept. He wanted the validation. So he says this. He says, if you take me back to fight against the people of Ammon, the Lord delivers them, shall I be your head? He said, look, if I go back, y'all going to make me part of y'all. As a matter of fact, you're going to make me the leader. If I come back, If I come back, yeah, what y'all, can I be part of y'all? Can I roll with y'all? Can I hang out? Can I be the head? If I get y'all out of this jail, can we be brothers again? Can we hang out? And this after they didn't disregarded him and threw him away. But he still got a yearning to just be, they my brothers. I still want to hang with them. I still want to be a part of them. So he asked them. So the elders got together and they said, yeah. They said, if we not do according to your words, God, do this and that. So they said, yeah, we're going to bring you back. Just get us out of this war. Win this war. Now, because he wanted acceptance from his brother, he make a rash vow. And whenever you make a vow to God, you got to keep the vow. Now, so because he wanted his brothers, he automatically make a vow to God. And Jephthah, he made a vow to the Lord, and this is what he said. He says, if you will indeed deliver the people of Ammon into my hands, then it will be that whatever comes out of the door of my house to meet me, I will return in peace from the Ammon, and surely the Lord, I will offer it up as a burnt sacrifice. He's saying, God, look, now, hold on, something just came to my head. Let me just say this. As related to church, right? Just church. We're just talking to church. When God began to use you, this is what I found. This is my personal experience. I done seen all over. When God began to use you, right? Everybody started looking at you funny, especially the pastor. Because he don't want you to take a spot. Not like you want a spot, but he see the favor of God on you. So he started doing stuff to trick you up.
That's right.
To cross you up. Oh, yeah. To make you look bad and everything. And hold you down and try to drown you. Tell you stupid stuff that ain't even true. He do all that stuff, right? So you out there, right? And he try to make you look like he don't need you or whatever. But then you get, so you somewhere else. You in the wilderness, or you go to somewhere else. You begin to do good, right? Now he said, God was with them. So now he know God is with him, because it ain't no way he's maintained like that if God wasn't with him. So he said, God must be with him. Let me get him back over. Can you come back? That's what God showed me. Right? Okay, so he said, he said, look, because now they must have seen, they had to see God was on him. Why did they come to get him to fight? They knew he had some kind of favor. They didn't think it was no earthly good, but they knew God was with him. So they asked him to help him. They said, we'll come back. So he wanted to be with them, right? He wanted to be with them. He just wanted their acceptance. Not that he really wanted to be. He wanted their acceptance. He wanted them to validate them. He wanted to feel a part of. So he make a vow to God because he got favor with God. So he go to God and say, God, look, and when we go to this war, you help me win, and I'm going to offer you anything. The first thing to come through the door, I'm going to offer as a burnt sacrifice.
And it's going to come out. Jeez.
He said, so the first thing to come through the door, I'm gonna put it on the altar and I'm gonna burn it, and it's to you, God. If you deliver the Ammonites into my hand. Now, his intentions may been good, but that was foolish. That was foolish because whenever you pray to God, just pray to God. You don't gotta attach that into God, because most time we don't keep it anyway. Most time we don't keep God. If you do this one, Lord, I'm a change. I ain't gonna never do that. We usually don't do that anyway. So we don't got to attach now. We just ask God to make our request known to him, right? So this one, he attached that, and he said he gonna offer up any first thing to come through the door. I wrote this. It said it's far more important to be on God's side than to try to persuade him to be on your side. Right. So what that mean? That means just make your request known. So it's far good to be on God's side and do it the way he want to do it, instead of praying to him to get him to do it the way you want to do it, or how you want to do it, or what you want to do. Because sometimes we'll pray to God and we'll box him in. We'll say, pick one of these three things. What if God didn't want them three things? What if he wants you to do something else? We'll say, God, we praying for this. You pick one of these. And God said, I don't want to need one of them. So then we say, oh, I heard God said this one. And you a lie because God didn't even want none of it. That's right. You see what I'm saying? So it's better to be on God's side and how he want to do it and what he want to do than to try to make him see our plans and finance our plans and to show up when we don't want him to show up. So God, so God grants Israel the victory over the Ammonites, right? He wins. They go to the war. He wins. They win. They beat them. They beat them. And despite his difficult past, all the things he's been through, all the people that let him down, all the people that looked at him different, God still on his side and still blessed him and still brought him out and still showed up for him. So when Jephthah came to his house from Mizpah, there was his daughter, right? Coming to meet him with timbrels and dancing. So she come out, as soon as he come from the war, he just coming from the war, he just won. So his daughter busts out the door, she did, hey daddy, hey daddy, what you doing? Hey daddy, it's good to see you, daddy. She busts out the door. That's my daddy right there. That's my daddy. She busts out the door. Now, she the first one out the door, man. She the first one out the door. Now, he done made a vow that the first thing to come through the door, I'm going to burn it up. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to present it as sacrifice. Now, we know that you got to honor your vows unto God. So he rip his clothes off. He hot. He rip it off. But he know he got to do what he said he was going to do. So he tell his daughter, he said, look, man, you put me in distress. I was so proud of you, but why you had to run through it like it's her fault? She don't know what's going on. You put that out there between you and God, and now you got her in the crossfire. Right? So he mad. So he tells her, so the daughter said, look, you said that to God. You just got to do what you got to do. She said, you got to do what you said. You got to do whatever you told God to do, you was going to do, you got to do it. She said, but just give me some time. Let's give me a little bit of time. I'm a virgin. Now, that's the thing, because marriage was considered honorable and a thing of God. She was a virgin. She hadn't been married, so it's a big deal that she ain't even agreed to grow up, really. She ain't get to become a woman, a family, a mother. She ain't even get to live. She ain't even got an opportunity to live. So she's saying, let me just go up here and just celebrate with my friends and do something before you do this thing. Then she said to her father, let this thing be done for me. Let me go for 2 months, and I will go and wander in the mountains and bewail my virginity, my friends and I. So he said, go. And he sent her away for 2 months and went with her friends and bewailed her virginity on the mountains. And it was so at the end of the 2 months that she returned to her father, and he carried out his vow with her, which he had vowed, and she knew no man. She never came back. Now, check this out. What God showed me was this. He wanted the approval of the wrong people so bad that he sacrificed the right people. What are you saying? This is what I'm saying. And church. Because I done left for church, and then once I started doing well, I want them to see. But look at me. Look, I want them to say, well, Breon, I want them to say, well, you did. God was with you. Well, you was right. Or you was, I want them to say that, right? Right? But what am I going to sacrifice for that? What am I going to sacrifice for that? Am I going to sacrifice where I'm at now? At the price, at the expense of just getting them to say, you good? What about a relationship? Am I going to sacrifice the woman that I have now just trying to show the last woman, look, I told you I was something. I was going to be something. Look, and I'm doing everything. Look at me. Look at me. Look, I'm doing good. Look, I'm doing good. And then my wife saying this, and I'm sacrificing my wife at the benefit that somebody don't even want me. What about if it's a man? What if it's a man? You trying to show him, look, I lost weight and everything. Look at this, boy. You missed this. And then your man saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you willing to sacrifice what you have to people that do love you for somebody that don't even really care about you? For somebody that really don't care about you. That's why it's time. Let them go. Let them go. You don't have nothing to prove to them. We don't have nothing to prove to them. We don't owe them nothing. Whether they say good job or they don't say, it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
It ain't going to add nothing to you, no way.
It ain't going to add or take away. It ain't going to add or take away. So, when somebody leaving, well, this is what God told me. And they said this on Good Time a long time ago. This is what JJ said. When somebody said they gone, JJ said, you got your hat, get your coat. You got your hat, get your coat. Let them go.
That's right.
Let them go. Why? Well, I got to do what you want me to do in order for you to stay with me? Mm-hmm. Are you sick? Now, I know what God told me to do, right? Mm-hmm. But just because it ain't what you want to do, you ain't my friend. I'd rather have a full-time enemy than a part-time friend. That's right. It's either you with me or you're not. That's right. It's either you with me or not. You with me or you're not. So why I'd rather have a full-time enemy than a half-time friend? It's because of this. Because God prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So what happens is people are in this situation, people want, as long as you're doing what they want you to do, they're all right. Huh? As long as you do what they want you to do, as long as you're benefiting them, they're okay with it. But as soon as you're not doing what they want to do, then they want to send you the toad. Huh? Oh, no. 1 minute oh, that's my pastor. And the next minute, he ain't been preaching like he used to. I just ain't feeling it no more. I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, maybe it's your attitude, your sin. I'm check sin. You know, so, but look, that's how people are. I was like, that's how people are. As long as you doing something for them, but that's not a true friend. That's not and people use friend. They call people friend. They're my friend. But am I really your friend?
That's right.
You want me today and then you don't care nothing about me tomorrow? What kind of friend is that? So you tell them you got your hat, get your coat. Why? Because if you cater to them one time, they're gonna have you doing dances all the time. They're gonna have you all over the place. Every time. So what God said, so you should never be connected to somebody or someone that God hasn't told you to be connected to.
That's right.
That'll solve the problem right there. If you don't feel God told you to be there, don't be there. Because now you got the ability to change your mind. But when you connect and you think God told you to be there, you can't just leave when you want to.
That's right. You
can't just stop when you want to. You can't just do what you want to do because if you really believe God told you to be there, right. You just got to be there. That's right. And the good times, and the bad times, and the downs, it don't matter what it is. Because if God sent you to be there, you can't just move on your own.
That's right.
That's even in marriage, huh?
Yes, it is.
We talk about that in marriage. You can't just do what you want to do.
That's it.
The preacher told, I was listening to the preacher the other day, what's that, R.A. Vernon, he said this. He said, my wife know, if I don't call in I don't call in 8 hours, call the police because I'm dead. She already know I'm dead. Don't even try to look for me. If I don't call, he said, I got to check in. He said, yeah, and she know if I don't call in 8 hours, something wrong, I'm dead. So you can't just do what you want to do. You got certain connections, certain responsibilities that you got to take care of. Especially when God joined it together, you got to cater it. You got to make sure it stay together. That's right. So the fact that somebody can leave, right, lets you know that God didn't send them anyway.
That's right.
Huh? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what it said to me. The fact that you can get mad and just walk out and just say, I ain't going to take this, that shows me that you didn't believe God told you to come this way.
That's right.
Or else you didn't just make yourself God. Because if it was God ordained, you connected to it. That's right. Whether it's marriage, friendship, relationship. Right. If you believe God put that person in, you connected. That's right. You there. You there. No matter what they're going, you there. You there. This is the way God said. This is the way the Bible said. In 1 John 2:19. This is a bad memory, John. He told me this last night. I had already wrote it. And he told me this. 1 John 2:19. This is what he says. And I'm in code. It says, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have no doubt have continued with us. No, God said, look, they won't never with us anyway. Because if they was with us, they would have continued with us.
That's right.
They couldn't leave. He says, no doubt. He says, no doubt have they continued with us. But they went out. And that they might be made manifested, right, that they were not all of us. God said, look, if they leave, let them go. He said, let them go. He said, let them go. He said, it just showed that they was never with you anyway. Right. They was there for what they can get.
That's it.
For what you was going to benefit them. They want to know what they can get out the deal. Mm-hmm. They ain't feel that God sent them. They feel like, how can I benefit? He said, so let them go. He said, let them go. I can't sing, but look, taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things for a 2 times lose. Trying to hold on, my faith is gone. It's just another sad song. I think I better let them go.
Hey, that's it.
Hey, looks like another love. So God said, don't lose your faith.
That's right.
He said, lose them.
That's it.
He said, hey, I don't think my faith is gone. You keep your faith and let them go.
That's right.
Let them go. He said, let them go. And then once they leave, this is what he said. This is what the Bible said. It said, Moses is dead. You want to go to the promised land or not? Ain't no sense talking about, look, Moses gone. Moses dead. He gone. Y'all want to go away.
That's right.
Y'all want to go away. So what God is saying is this. Don't never sacrifice the people you do have.
That's right.
Or the person that you do have. Just to get a pat on the approval or a pat on the back for somebody you used to have.
That's right.
That don't even really, you don't want them, but you just want them to say, oh, you look good, or you done well, or you forget that, because now it's going to cost you somebody you already got.
Yes, it is.
It'll cost you somebody that you already got. And I understand you got a yearning, like Jeff, he had a yearning for his brother. That was his brothers. I understood that was his brother, and I know he wanted to be connected, but he lost his daughter for somebody, his brothers, that didn't even really care about him. He lost his daughter. He lost his. What price are you willing to pay just for somebody to say, "Oh, you okay"? What are you ready to give? What are you ready to sacrifice just to get a pat on the back? Just to hear a well done for them. It don't matter if they give you a well done or not.
That's right.
Because if God be for you, who can be against you? So, as in the title of this message, let them go. Let them go. Let's stand now and pray.